So we found a sliver of BLM land in between houses and more houses that way. Campground was closed. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. We're sleeping on the side of the road in this tent. We're gonna get about 3 hours of sleep tonight, possibly if we fall asleep right now. Okay, it is our first morning in Arizona.
We camped on the side of a dirt road.
Yeah.
On public land somewhere. A little too close to think. But we made it through the night. And now we're gonna run and get our deer tags this morning because we could not get them last night because it was like midnight and no one was open. And besides that, we are gonna run and try to find a good hunting spot.
In Arizona during the over-the-counter mule deer hunt, and we just got to the trailhead. We spent last night at a, I don't know what you'd call it.
Just on public land.
Public land.
Yeah, we just camped out
off the side of the road. We drove all night from Phoenix to get down here, and yeah.
Long flights, long drive, and we're ready to get hunting. So we're gonna start out with going in for 4 days. We've got enough water and food probably to last us 4 days, and then we'll come back out if we need to and get a little more. So that's the plan.
Hey, that's a spike. That's a buck. Spike. I don't know. So, we've seen 5 deer. We got one little spike right now. It's the only deer we've seen all day, so we're trying to decide whether to make a move on it. It's like 4:10 right now, so we got about another hour 20 while the daylight. So, we had to make a move on this buck and try to kill him while we wait and see if we can find another one. Got within 138.
138?
Yeah.
I was telling Mason it looks like it was about 120.
Yeah, I was hoping they would cross.
Yeah.
Up there, because there's that Y.
Right.
But they ended up staying to the left instead and crossing.
Way high.
Right, yeah. And then they went over the ridge, and I was like, well, maybe I could pop around this hill. And then I looked and that fence was there, and I was like, I don't want to go get tangled up in the fence trying to like climb over it. So then I just decided to better not blow them out, you know.
Right.
They weren't like spooked by me at all. But they were eerie of us earlier, you know.
Yeah.
But when I was there, they didn't look back at all. I watched them for a couple minutes, and they were just kind of
Moseying up down.
We had a really bad wind.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and it was blowing that way, which sucked. But I don't know, 138. That's not the worst.
Not bad. Good start.
Yeah. Good start. Cool. Stock 1, deer.
0 for 1. It's
0
okay.
for 1.
It's okay.
So we're wrapping up our first day of mule deer hunting here in Arizona, and we had a really slow day. We didn't see anything most of the day, and then just right at the evening when it started getting kind of dusky out, we saw a spike and a bunch of does, which was good because that was the first thing we'd seen. And Devin put a stalk on the spike just to see how close he could get to it, and he got within about 130 yards, and they just continued up the way and ended up getting too far away. So anyway, we're setting up our camp, and we're gonna set up all our tents, and then maybe tomorrow we're gonna leave some of our stuff and hike down to the end of this valley and see if we can find any more deer down at the end.
It's 5:15 in the morning. The wind is blowing like 25, and we're not going out right now. We're gonna wait till 6. It's supposed to calm down a little bit, but it was gusting up till 45 last night. We did not get much sleep, and it's blowing dust into a tent at the moment. And it's been a rough couple nights in Arizona. Hold on. Hi. I'm about ready to talk. Okay. It is day 2 of our hunt. It's still very windy, but we decided to get up and hike back and see if we can find anything. I don't think they're going to be up and moving in this. They're going to be bedded down, but we're going to go glass. We're going to go hike farther back into this little valley than where we were yesterday and see if we can see anything. But the two nights we've slept here, it's been terrible. No sleep whatsoever. So we're running on fumes right now.
Okay, we have found a horseshoe on the top of this glassing knob. In my professional opinion, I would date it back to the early 1900s, or whenever horseshoes were first used. Okay, so we just got back to the truck after like 2 days of hunting this area in Arizona, and we hiked back there probably 5-6 miles over the course of 2 days, camped back there overnight, and just got back. We decided we're gonna switch it up. We just saw those 6 deer yesterday, 1 spiky buck, and so we just decided we're gonna switch it up, see what else we can find. We might do the same thing, go out for 2 days, you know, spend a little time hiking back and just get away from the roads a little bit. So
we've spotted 5 mule deer. They're all does up on this hill. We decided to change spots. We backed out and we're heading to a new spot, and so we saw some on the way to the spot that we're gonna hike up on. So that's some good news to at least see something. It's been kind of dead, so we're happy that we at least saw some deer. So hopefully we can start finding some more. And then later in the day we can hop over this knob
And glass the other valley.
and walk out here in glass.
There's a lot of good knobs there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think this is southeast, if my calculations are correct. So I thought the sun might hit
This one's gonna hit this side.
that side,
This one's gonna rise this way.
that way. So then we should maybe get on this knob then
Probably.
and glass that one.
Yeah.
just spotted. It's first thing in the morning. Sun's just starting to come over the mountains on day 3, and we've got the scope on a fork mule deer. We're gonna watch it and try to see what it's gonna do. We're not sure if it's gonna bed down and give us a better shot opportunity, or if it's gonna move or what. So we're just gonna watch it and see what it does. So me and Mason are back here where we spotted that buck, and Cody started stalking him going around, and we're just gonna kind of give him hand signals as he goes, and we're just gonna keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't leave while he's doing it. It's like 750 yards away from where we spotted him right now, so he's gonna try to close some distance and see how close he can get. It's real brushy, which is gonna be nice for being able to sneak in, but it's also gonna be tough for him being able to spot it, so we'll see. Busted out. This stuff here is so thick, which is nice on one hand because you get a little cover, you know, and you're not just in the open trying to stalk on it. But on the other hand, there's a lot of branches to crack and there's a lot of stuff to maneuver around. So it was a good practice stalk, you know. We weren't sold on that buck. It was not very big, but good to try at it at least, you know. I think that's kind of our plan, is we're just gonna, whatever we get an opportunity to go for, we're gonna go for it. We're not professional bow hunters. This is new to us, and we just got to figure it out, and we got to do it quick if we're planning on getting something. So I got close though. I got real close. Just couldn't quite put eyes on it. I knew it was bedded like within 30 yards of me, and yeah, anyway. I'm become decent.
How
I did a couple down there, but
did you feel about that?
yeah, I don't know. I got close, which was close to success in my book, but it got away, which is usually considered failure. So, you know, at least it wasn't huge, and it's not like the most disappointing, but it was a little bit of a bummer.
He's definitely uncomfortable.
So, it is 12:18 right now. We're just having lunch, and I spotted a doe, and I got my phone scope out to put it on there, and I put it on there, and all of a sudden there's a buck right behind it, and it's a nice buck. We don't know how big it is exactly, but it's got at least 3 on one side, and it's a little ways away, so we're trying to just wait and figure out what to do, see if it beds down somewhere. It's right on those does. It's rutting, and so
It's moseying down the hill,
yeah, into the valley, which could be tough, but we got to make a play on it. But we're not gonna be too crazy. The wind's not in our favor, so yeah. We may have to drop down into this ravine and then wait and see if it kind of flushes out, because it's like noon right now, and it seems to be working its way down out of the sun, which would make sense. So we'll come up with a plan and see what we can do. Glassed up that big 3x3 right down in this valley. It was coming down this rock chute, hit the base of it, and we lost visual on it. And Devin, the wind is going horribly up the valley, and so Devin just hit this side. He stayed on this side and just crested over the top. He said he saw the buck, but we can't see it anymore, and so hopefully he knows something that we don't. So.
Well, that was close. I snuck up on him, and I got right up on him. It took me about 2 hours to get within where he was, and took my shoes off at about 200 yards, and I got within 44 yards at one point. Then he started walking down, and he was right behind this boulder, and I got him at 46 was the boulder. I couldn't range him. He was too bright for some reason, but he looked like he was a yard off the boulder. So I stuck on my 45 pin and shot, and it was just right below him. So I should have stuck on my 50 pin. I bet you he was 2 yards at 3 yards off that boulder. It was a close call. But that's what you get. You know, you want chances, and he gave us a chance, and you know, it's a learning experience. I haven't done much bow hunting, and so it's a different way to do things. I've shot my bow a lot, but it's a lot different when you're in the field staring at them.
Okay, so it is the fourth day, and we just got up on top of the mountain. Sun is out pretty much at this point, and we were glassing the same knob that we glassed yesterday morning, and we glassed up the same little buck that I put a stock on yesterday. We call him Spoony, and he's got a couple does with him and a fawn, and so we decided to alternate, and Devin's going on the stock today. And we can't see them. We just lost the bucks as they dropped below the trees. It's kind of like falls off this knob, and there's a valley between that he's going down in to stalk it. And we'll see what happens.
Spoony, the buck I chased this morning, I got within 65 yards too. He ended up going over that hill and down in that little valley down there, and went off with his 3 does.
Yeah.
And
Ladies, man.
Yeah, leaves me.
yeah, but we got close to him.
Cool.
It's been tough. We've stalked him twice, and he's gotten away both times.
There's some big hills and valleys around here. Okay, today is day number 5 of our hunt. It is really windy today, or it has been this morning, and we decided we're going to do a little bit of a different glassing knob. So we're going to try that this morning and see if we can glass anything up. Found a sea of cacti.
Cactus.
Cactus that we are traveling through.
What is the plural for
All
cacti?
over
Cacti is the plural.
for cactus.
Cacti is the plural for cactus?
Yeah, cactus is singular, cacti is plural.
What's
Is
the
it
name
actually the
for this cacti? You know?
This is prickly pear.
Prickly Paris.
Prickly pear.
Pear.
this is day 6 of a hunt.
We got up real early this morning. We decided we'd go up on the knob that we saw G2 and Spoony on the last a couple days ago, and so we got up real early today, came up here. It was the coldest morning it's been so far. It was like 27 or something. It was pretty cold, and we watched the sun come up and not a whole lot of movement. We saw 4 does, like 2 javelina up here, but not as much movement as we'd hoped to see. So we decided with 2 days left that we're gonna cruise to another spot and just see if we can see a couple more bucks before the end of this trip is over. So that's the plan. We're making a decision to kind of take an audible and skip before it's too late too. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going back down the mountain right now.
Yep.
Pack up our camp. So we just drove a couple hours to our more eastern, probably.
Yep.
Eastern location.
Southern.
Southeastern location, and different terrain, different topography. Looking more desert, flat kind of thing, but there's quite a few of these short bushes and stuff, and we're gonna hike up on one of these little mountains, whatever you call short mountains, and we're gonna do a little glassing because we should be able to glass for a long ways around here, and try our luck here for the next couple days. At least that's the plan so far, so we'll see how that works.
Got a coyote. Phone scope. In the phone scope. Right out there. You can see him walk that way. Yeah, a lot of coyotes.
I like these holes. These snake holes?
I think so.
They're everywhere. It's curious. I would like to know what they are.
Dude, there's so many cows coming towards us.
You want to know what they are?
What?
The holes?
Snake holes.
Snake holes.
I think so.
Saying that like you know it.
I don't know.
But no one knows.
If you say something with confidence, most of the time people believe you.
Even if it's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what's up.
It is 23 degrees out today. It was 22 this morning, but it rose a degree in the last like 10 minutes, supposedly. We are in like the plains of Arizona, not the mountains. We switched it up a little bit. We're gonna have some oatmeal for breakfast. And then we're gonna go try to find some mule deer. Yeah.
If we need to.
Thoughts, Cody?
I got no thoughts. Let's climb that mountain.
Let's climb it.
Climb. It's more of a hump.
Let's climb the hill.
Hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
We call this a mountain.
You wanna call it a mountain?
Yeah, I call
The
it a mountain.
knob.
Does it make us feel better?
Makes me feel better.
Okay, it's a mountain. How is your lemonade?
It's good. Do you know what it's called? Do you remember? It's a pink lemonade. It's Mountain Ops. Like got caffeine. Ignite, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ignite. It's good stuff. I think I'm on my last pack today and we got one more day left. So that's got me down. But I've been enjoying it all trip. It really gets my little caffeine rush in the morning.
I'm so confused.
And there's more back there.
Break it with a rock. Break it with a rock.
There are little baby coconut trees. Or little,
Oh.
whatever those are, palm trees. A bunch of bugs go crawling out like land loss.
It's like a pumpkin.
That was a pumpkin thing.
Is this squash?
I don't know. Take a bite.
Seeds like a pumpkin. Look at that. Look at the little pumpkin seeds.
I would not take a bite.
Look at the little pumpkin seeds.
This is so weird.
Strange.
The casing's like hard.
Yeah, it's like a shell. This is like. This is where babies come from?
There you go. Well, you might call it not that difficult, but there's no way I could do that. Ah!
Hold on.
Fudged it. Oh! We're treating ourselves. We haven't completely given up hope for tomorrow. But we're gonna eat well tonight.
Okay, it is day 8, the last day of a hunt, and we went back to the spot where we saw G2 and Spoonie, and I just spotted another buck. I don't think it's either one of those. It looks like a fork, I think, and it's kind of in that same spot where we stalked G2, and so I think we are gonna, I just told Cody, he was over looking on the other side of the mountain, he's gonna come back, and I think we're gonna try to make a game plan and see what we can do. Okay, so it is the last day of the hunt, and we spotted a buck, and so he looks like he's moving up this ridge line back there, but every time we've seen a deer, they've always gone down. So Cody's gonna go sit down, and I'm gonna go sit up, just in case they move either down or up. We will both hopefully have a shot opportunity. And so we're just emptying our bags, and they seem pretty content right now, but we're gonna go sit and wait and see if they'll come by us.
Ready?
Yeah.
So we saw 2 bucks this morning and 6 does, I think. Me and Cody both decided to make a stalk because we weren't sure if they were going to go up, if they were going to go down, and I cut across and couldn't catch up to that first buck. I ran into a couple other does that won in that group, and I didn't want to blow them out, and I didn't want to spook that other buck as he came across. And so as soon as they left, I started going, and he was ahead of me and he was gone. And then I went and started looking for that younger buck, and I saw 2 does bedded, and I thought, well, he might be in with those does. And so then I hiked up there, and they started walking to the right, so I got in front of them and got about 30 yards away, and that first doe walked right by me, and I looked up, and there was a couple hunters staring down, and you can kind of hear like some trampling, like those other deer spooked.
The guy that was higher up had his binos on me, and I waved this at him, and then he waved back at me like that.
Yeah.
And then he turned around and walked up over the hill, and I thought he was going back to the truck. I thought he was gone.
Yeah.
But then he came back down farther to the left.
Yeah.
Farther down the hill. So I don't know what they're thinking.
But then I ended up going over that ridge because that dude was making a stalk on that deer. And I thought maybe he would get above it and blow the deer down towards me. but he blew the deer out from like 500 yards away from it. I was
truck's
close to
still up there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're still here.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe it.
They took off over the hill after him after they spooked him out.
It's what you get hunting public land. Not everybody has hunting etiquette.
Or stalking ability.
Or stalking ability, and
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
That
man.
was embarrassing.
That was just embarrassing. He wasn't even close.
yeah. It sucks, but that's what you get hunting public land. 72 deer, 6 bucks, 6 stalks,
2 stud bucks.
2 stud bucks.
That was a big buck,
That was a
man.
nice buck,
Yeah.
dude.
The more I looked at it, the more I was like, oh my gosh. I got a good video of it too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, we, you know, we had our chances. I'm not disappointed at all.
The last one made it better for me.
Yeah.
That last big buck was exciting.
We're able to see what we wanted to see, and I mean, this was the first time hunting this unit, and overall, it's like, it's been good. Hopefully we can come back and kind of use what we've learned a little bit and get them next time.
Yep.
Hopefully it'll grow 4th points on both sides.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll
G2 will be that.
grow more.
G2 will be G4. It jumps at me.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd tarantula we've seen since we've been here. Today. We haven't seen any in the other 8 days that we've been here.
Yeah, but this one.
3rd one today in the last like half an hour. Okay, that wraps our Arizona mule deer hunt. It was our last day. We had an exciting morning, saw some bucks, got to try a stalk on them, got blown out by some other hunters, but it's been good. We really enjoyed it. We got to do a lot of stalks, see a lot of deer, and hike over a lot of country. So anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, can't wait to be back next year. Yep. Thanks for watching. You're the first to get got. Ow.
It took several days.
Yeah, dude.
Ow. Oh my goodness, that is gonna be good.